It's time. Alright guys, what is going on and welcome back to the channel. So it has been a while and I do apologize. I am going to do the Q&A video today, which I did post, like literally 5 days ago. But work always seems to get the best of me and I just have no motivation to record at all. So today we are going to be doing the Q&A that you guys all asked on Instagram. So for those of you that do follow me on Instagram, you know what my fucking bastards. You know what my page is. If you don't, my name is Snussycopen. Don't know what that is? Search it. I've labeled some of the videos, and I'll probably label this video, honestly, like Snussycopen Q&A. So, let's get started. Now, before we get started, I am going to be eating some of my chicken Alfredo. So, if I pause at any point and just skip ahead to the next question, it's probably because I'm taking a bite of this and drinking some tap water. Those of you that have been around for a while know exactly what this tap water truly is. I spilled it. Party foul. Alright, so since I didn't feel like just taking Camera's phone and reading them, I seriously took the time to write the questions down. It was kind of a pain in the ass, and I probably should have just taken her phone and read them off of her phone, but it is what it is. So the first question, and now I will get this out of the way right away. A lot of the questions are going to be about the Duramax and stuff like that. Now I will touch on all of them. Majority of them are kind of going to get the same answer, so just follow me out on that. But anyway, the first question from Ricer Van Official was the next Duramax mod. So the next Duramax mod is most likely going to be the lift. Obviously, pending money and stuff like that, the front actually needs ball joints to begin with. It needs a lower ball joint on the front left, and it needs an upper on the front right. So while we get the ball joints done, I'm just going to have them lift it, knock two birds out with one stone, and do that all at the same time, which truthfully will probably, right around that time, get the wheels at the same time. So the wheel setup will end up coming roughly around the same time. I just kind of want to judge based off of, how I feel about everything. The next question was, will you be getting tires for the Duramax? That was Justin Lee 3240. Yes, we will be getting bigger tires for the Duramax. Like I said, it will all base off of the size of the lift. Cameron and I have discussed what size lift we are going to get, and it may or may not disappoint some of you guys, but there's always, how do I want to say, there's stepping stones to everything. I'll get into that a little bit later. Marcus_Rowan asked me, which vehicle do I like better, the WRX or the Duramax? So, here's the big thing. I always wanted a 2004 Subaru. Always wanted a 2004 Subaru, and I should have gotten the STI, and I could have gotten the STI, but I chose not to. And had I chose to get the STI, I probably wouldn't have the Duramax. So I'm glad that I have both, truthfully. I've always wanted a Duramax and always wanted a WRX, STI, same thing. Well, not really, but you guys get the gist. They look the same, similar-ish. When it comes to driving stick, which I've done for years now, obviously I can't do that in my Duramax because my Duramax is automatic. Alrighty then, you pipe your ass down, little one. So the WRX is fun to whip around in and just have a good time. But my heart's with the Duramax. It truly is. I see a lot more potential in the Duramax than the Subaru. When it comes down to a sports car, I always did want a Subaru, but I think it's time that I look into bigger and better things, which won't happen right now, but it will happen down the road. I've kind of got my mind on something that I want to build to be a little bit different, but we'll keep that kind of hidden. Winsky with two eyes said tug of war, and he has a 24 valve Cummins. I mean, if you want to drag my ass through a parking lot, you can go right ahead. I mean, there literally is nothing done except for the exhaust onto the Duramax. Plus the LB7s didn't have the most power. I mean, as you got newer and stuff like that, they always got more power. Kayla_Soto, Ford or Chevy? And by the way, Noah's kind of cute. So Ford or Chevy? Truthfully, and this might piss some of you guys off, I like Ford trucks. Not the newer Ford trucks, but I like the older Ford trucks. My dream truck is actually a 77 to 79 F-250. I absolutely love them, but I'm going to take Chevy on it. I am a Camaro guy. You guys know I have 2 Camaros, and we have Duramax, which obviously isn't a Chevy, but it's owned by GM. And the by the way Noah is kind of cute. I don't know if you wear glasses, but if you do, you should probably get them shit checked out. K_country_boy, what made you start a YouTube and who inspired you to make a channel? Truthfully, people have always said I'm funny, so why the hell not try to entertain people? That's something that I like to do all the time. I mean, I guess you could kind of label me as like a class clown type deal. I've always tried to entertain people, or basically I've always been a people person. You know, a lot of the stuff on the channel is supposed to be helpful, learning how to install things, you know, whether it's doing an oil change, putting mirrors on your truck or something like that, but you can have fun doing it, and that's where the entertaining portion comes in too. Kind of YouTube people that inspired me to make a channel, Outlaw. That is one big one that I used to watch when I was freaking younger, and you know, it wasn't till recently, I would say about 2 years ago, I stumbled across TJ Hunt. Now, I don't watch TJ Hunt as much anymore, but at first, like, I was like, wow, dude, people make videos of their cars and like everyday videos, like that's kind of cool. But then I realized that Street Speed 717 is literally 20 minutes away from me, and I've gone to his YouTube call out. I do have a video that I posted from the Oktoberfest. But I would say kind of the inspiration for me to make the channel was just kind of why not type deal. You know, to me, I think it's fun to make these videos, obviously when I have time to do it, which is huge. You know, you got to like what you're doing. It's the same with everything that you do in life, your job. You don't want to be stuck in a job that you're at for 40 years that you don't enjoy. I enjoy doing this. No, it's not my job, but it's something that I do on the side. Fucking peckerhead. Noah McCarrick, my little brother. Red or purple dildos? I'm going with indigo. Indigo in your ass, okay? That's what it's about to do. Let's see here. _John_camo_ lift kit or not? Yes, we are getting a lift kit. Fishin_Ontario, will you put a hydraulic lift kit on the Duramax? Most likely not. A lot more money, obviously. I'm a young father balling on a budget right now. I'm only 22, for those of you that don't know, and I have a 3-month-old baby. Kinsley, she is the cutest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's see here.
You're welcome for that.
Listen, she gets her looks from me. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Next question was Grizzly Wintergreen or Grizzly Premium Dark Wintergreen? Pretty sure you guys know the answer to that one. I do like the regular wintergreen, but not as like a daily dip. The Premium Dark Wintergreen, I just, honestly, like, what was that, like 4 years ago? I didn't have any money, and I started, like, I used to dip Copenhagen Wintergreen all the time. Like, that was my thing, Copenhagen Straight and Southern Blend. I used to, like, switch around between all of them. And then I saw, literally, this at the time was $1.35 a can. I think it's at $3 a can now. At the time, Copenhagen shot up to $1.90, which I was like, oh, I'm done. Can't do it anymore because I'm not going to Longhorn. Well, I found this, and I just started doing it, and then it's crazy because, like, nobody really ever talked about it, and then Outlaw made a video, like, 3 months ago about this stuff, saying it's, like, the greatest dip out there, which I agree with. Let's see here. Andrew Lambert says, plans for 2018. Plans for 2018, obviously, have a good time, continue to make videos. Hopefully the channel continues to grow, and you guys enjoy the content. Couple things that might be going on. Possibly getting married this year.
Possibly?
It depends on if you piss me off or not. I wish you guys could see her giving me the middle finger right now. But anyway, so I don't know if you guys follow Dalton Bertrand. He's got the big lifted Duramax. He's from Florida. He has been on Street Speed's channel every once in a while. I did talk to him, and there's a potential to be going off-roading with him when he comes up for the call-out next month, which will be freaking awesome. That would honestly make my year, truthfully. That would be freaking awesome to go off-roading with him. Ryan Long 022 asked 2 questions. The first one was when is the lift and wheel setup coming? It's basically basing on financials for right now because I don't want to cut myself short, and that's the biggest thing is supporting a family. You know, Cameron has an income and stuff like that, but we just don't want to cut anything too close. So a lift kit and wheel setup is kind of a want. It's not a need, but Kinsley does need to eat, and so do we, and you know, all that other stuff. But before we keep going, I'm just gonna stop real quick and put in a dip. I'm gonna get this all over my Alfredo, and there ain't a damn thing you're gonna do about it. And I'm still gonna eat the Alfredo. All right, the next question from Ryan_Long022 was, how did you start dipping? My older brother, who is down in Fort Bragg. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw the picture of his Duramax the other day. He will be moving home, not relatively soon, but within the next, year and a half, which will be awesome because the channel will still be around. You guys can see some dual Duramax content, and by that time, obviously, my truck will be lifted and have a nice wheel setup and a bunch of other shit done to it. Black Hawk Bowen lift kit. Yep. Dylan Hooper 24. Do you hunt? Yes. Funny story. This past rifle season in New York, going up to the cabin, I got food poisoning. So I went to go out at like 4 in the morning and I blew chunks everywhere. So whatever I was going to go out and shoot that day, I scared the hell away because I was puking all over the place. But yes, I do go out and hunt. It's just a matter of finding time, and I much prefer to hunt in our cabin up in New York than in Pennsylvania. There's some good, stuff to hunt down here, but I much prefer to fish and hunt up there, to be honest with you. Jaden.Majors, he didn't really ask a question, but he's right on track. He says, lift it, new tires, paint job, or a wrap. That is exactly what is going to happen. You must watch the videos. Thank you. Kimball_27. What do you think is stronger, Copenhagen or Grizzly? I don't know. It's kind of I don't get a buzz, so it's kind of hard to decide what is stronger. I mean, the first dip that I ever puked on was Copenhagen Southern Blend, so we'll just go with Copenhagen. Ballin5912 in all capital letters, are you my father? Probably not. Just gonna put that out there. But if you want me to be your dad, I'll be your dad. All right? You will respond to me as Mr. fucking Copenhagen is what you'll do. All right. The _truck_guy_9. Holy tits. How big of a lift kit is it going to be? I knew this was going to come up, and I knew when I saw he commented this is where it might stir the pot on some shit. So, obviously you got to start someplace. We want to lift the truck to be able to put 35s under. The kicker is, and this is a huge kicker, because yes, we have the Camaro, we have the Jetta, but we technically don't have the Jetta anymore. That was given to my parents. The GTI is being sold. So that leaves us with the Camaro, Duramax, and Subi. Camera drives the Duramax everywhere. Since I work so early in the morning, she takes Kinsley to the babysitter. I can't lift the truck too obnoxiously high that she can't get Kinsley in the truck. If it were up to me, we'd be going with a 9-inch lift.
What?
I then recommended a 6-inch lift. That got shot down. So, I suggested a leveling kit because she did not want a lift kit at all. I knew all along that the leveling kit takes you up 2 inches. We are going with a 3-inch lift for right now until Kinsley gets a little bit older or we find another vehicle for camera to take her back and forth.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is
You better watch your mouth, woman. So, a lot of you guys might be saying, why doesn't she just drive the Subaru? Camera doesn't like the Subaru, if you can believe that one. She is more of a Mitsubishi person. She loves Evos. And she likes driving the Subaru, but she doesn't want to have to put Kinsley in and out. And we do have a Recaro baby seat in the Subaru, and I have put Kinsley in there a couple times when I picked her up. It's more of a pain in the ass to put her in the Subaru than it is to put her in the Duramax. That was the main reason why we got rid of the Jetta, gave it to my parents, and got a Duramax. Was one, because I wanted a freaking Duramax, and I was going to get one anyway. But the room for her to be able to pull Kinsley in and out, where the car seat in the Subaru is like permanently mounted inside there, the seat that we use in the Duramax pops out and becomes a carrier, and it's so simple for her. So for right now, we are going with a 3-inch lift and most likely 35s. Let's see here. My first dipping experience from 85_Wade_85. Some of you guys have heard this a couple times. I think like 13 years old, 13 or 14. My brother was driving, he was dipping, he had a job at Sheetz, which is a convenience store, like gas station type thing, and he had dip, and he gave me half a can of Southern Blend and told me that I didn't have to spit it. Well, shame on me, I didn't know any better, so I put half this can of Southern Blend in my mouth and just started gutting it. It ended in projectile vomit. So from that moment forward, I was like, I don't know if I ever want to dip again. And then I just kind of teetered, like whenever somebody had some, I'd do it and I'd be okay. And then I had the bright idea to try Skull Apple. And like at first when I was like 15, Skull Apple was the shit. Like it was so good. And then I turned 16. I was like, what am I doing with my life, man? And since then, I dipped Copenhagen until, like I said, 4 years ago, I started dipping Grizzly. But I still dip Copenhagen in the mix and stuff like that, because you got to mix it around. You can't dip the same thing every single day for a whole year and still enjoy it. That is 100% truth. I don't know if anybody does that. It's different, and it kind of leads into the next question by GWilly_62800. Do you like fine cut dip? I do like fine cut dip. There's a lot of guys that do, Copenhagen snuff. Now, I do enjoy it. Is it something that I would dip every single day? Not when it's 3 times the price of Grizzly and regular Copenhagen. The amount of dip that I go through in a week, I would have probably a $100 bill just in snuff in a month. Easily 100 plus. Next question was, when is the truck build starting? The truck build it's going to be continuous, and I don't necessarily want to label it as a build, because no, I'm not putting bigger turbo and stuff like that on it, right now. For right now, it's going to be a lot of cosmetics. It is eventually going to get tuned. We are going to be putting beefier injectors in it so I can tune it and stuff like that, and not have to worry about Jack Diddley shit. So it'll be a nice looking truck. My objective is to have a clean looking truck. And just to have it exactly how I've always wanted it, and not cut any corners, and just make it mine. That's the biggest thing. James with 2 S's, 1500. Thoughts on the Chevy Trailblazer and how they may bring it back. So, my grandpa has a 2004 Trailblazer. I think they're nice. Do I think that they will bring the Trailblazer back? I mean, I don't know if they are. If they are, then they might be. I don't know. I personally do not think that they will bring the Trailblazer back. I think they will bring it back as a standard Blazer. When you think about Blazers, you just think about the old school Blazers, and then you think about the long gap that was in between, and then you got like the late 90s, early 2000s Blazers, and they were super small, and a lot of people did like them, but I just personally wasn't a fan. The Trailblazer came out, and they were cool at first, and then they came out with the Trailblazer SS. I do think if they ever came back with something like that, it would be more along the lines as like the Trailblazer SS with like the old school feel. So, I mean, they're nice vehicles, but I don't think the demand is for them. When there's so many other SUVs that you can get, I just don't think that the demand for the Trailblazer is there anymore. But anyway, guys, thank you, and sorry for the delay. we are almost at 1,400 subs. Like I said, at 1,500, I am giving away 2 gift cards to 2 subscribers. As all you got to do is be a subscriber, literally to be entered. And then I will be selecting 2 of you guys at random, and then I will most likely message you on Instagram. If you are the person that is selected, now, who knows? To get 100 subs, it could be a week, it could be a month. Who knows? If you are selected and you watch the video, comment down below or send me a private message on Instagram or on YouTube, and we will get it all hooked up that you guys get your card. But if this was your first time watching a video on my channel, I hope you give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Tell your friends. Until the next one, guys, see ya!